Hello and welcome back to Idle Time BBQ. Today we're going to be unboxing the Weber crafted flat top accessory, which is the 17 by 17 accessory that fits on your Weber crafted system. So let's start by getting out of the box. And it's pretty heavy. So it's called the flat top or a plancha. It's made of carbon steel. It works with any Genesis 2016 or later, any Spirit 2016 or later, and the Smokefire and the Searwood. So this is a really great accessory that Weber's made that goes across almost its entire line of gas grills and now they're pellet grills. And the Weber crafted system is really great because you can add multiple things like, you know, a pizza cooker or cast iron grates. So let's open up the box. So let's get a look at it. So it comes with kind of a description of let's put this off to this way. It comes with a description of the Weber crafted system and everything that you need to do. So there's a veggie grill grate, there's some rotisserie, there's a cast iron, and then it says stop. You must season the flat top, which is what we're going to do next. So here it is. Wow, and it's pretty sturdy. It's very heavy, which is really a nice thing. And the steel is really thick, and this looks really good. This is a great looking accessory, has some good weight to it. So the first thing we need to do is we're gonna wash it in warm water to kind of get the oils off of it. Just picking it up, I can feel that there's oils. And then we're gonna put it on our grill and we're gonna season it. So in order to season it, you season it 3 times with a neutral oil. We're gonna use canola oil, but you get your grill up to 450 degrees, you season it, and then you let it smoke off. Once it's done smoking off, you wipe it to make sure it's even, and then you do the next layer and the next layer until you've done 3. And what the seasoning does is it prepares the carbon steel for food. So it makes your food stick less. It kind of keeps the grill from rusting. It's a very important process when you're dealing with metal. As you can see, we've taken it out of the protective plastic, and you can see that there's really a lot of oil on here. So before we put it in our basin to wash, I'm just going to wipe it down, see if we can get rid of some of that oil and get it more even on here. We're going to wash it all off anyways with soap and water, but this all, and you can see it, that's some of the carbon process right there, I think. So we'll just pull all the way around, and then we need to do the back side as well. And there you have it. Okay. So next step is we're going to wash it in our water basin with just soap and water. So I just have a big basin that I had sitting out. Put it in the sun just to get it warm since we're going to be doing this all outside. So all we need to do here is take this and we're going to put it in there. And I have a nylon bristle brush that has a little bit of soap on it. So we're just going to give this a good scrub. We're going to scrub all of it, front and back, and the sides. And that should get all of the oils off of it. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. So now we're going to just rinse all of that off. And I'm not too worried about the soap being on there since we are going to put oil on it and we're going to put it on the burner. So even though this water is, I didn't use very much soap, so it's just a little bit of soap. So there it is. It's all clean, and you can see even now that it has a better sheen to it. So now we're just gonna dry it off. Get a little bit more paper towels. Backside too. So when we season it, we're only going to actually season the cooking surface. We don't need to season the back, since this will just be straight on the heat, and that looks dry enough. So you can see it's kind of a carbon, kind of a slate gray color. Once we're done seasoning it, this should all be black, and we're going to do the sides, we're going to do this, every place where there's possibility of food to touch it. And even with that, you can see that it's, if we compare to rubbing the oil off, that's what it looked like. And so we got a lot of that residue off. Okay, so let's season it and let's get our grill ready to go. Okay, so we're going to put our first layer of oil on. And what we're going to do is just take some canola oil. This happens to be just the store brand. It's nothing special. We're just going to pour some in a little bowl there. And we're going to take our, this is just 2 paper towels folded together, just so it's kind of thick. And what we're going to do is just dip it in the oil. And we're going to go down and go down so that we get a nice even layer of oil. And since this is the first one, I'm probably going to go across as well to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, and then I also said we're going to do the sides, so we're going to get the sides here. And then we're going to do the edges. Okay. And since this is first, I'm going to do it across as well. So we're going to go across, and across, and across, and across, and across, and all the way across. Okay, and I noticed there's a little bit up here, so we're gonna want it to be pretty even. I don't want to have pools, so I'm gonna actually there's a little bit right there. There you go. Okay, so I think that's a good layer of oil down on the grill. So now we're going to go heat up our Weber, and we're looking to get about 450 degrees. And then we're going to cook it the first time for 30 minutes until it stops smoking. Okay, we're at the grill. So before we turn it on, I want to pull out my existing grate and then put in the stopper for the Weber Crafted. My grill came with the Weber Crafted, but I think it's really easy to install. So I'm going to pull the grate out, and we're just going to put that off to the side. So this Weber Crafted, I mean, once you have it, it just fits in, and you can, lift it up, put it, and move it around however you want. So I've actually never done it before. So I think this goes like this. Oh, there, yeah, like that. Okay. See, so the key to getting that in is it has these little nubs right here, and those little nubs fit right in those 2 divots on either side here. And what that does is keeps this in place so it doesn't fall out on your lap. And basically, the plancha is going to go right in there. So before I put it in, though, I'm going to get the grill up to temp, and we're going to be shooting for 450 degrees. So I'm going to turn on these 3 burners, so we get a nice even cook. Okay, and I'm going to go down probably to about, say it's like little five notches below, and then this one, the sear station, is going to be about half, and that's going to be about five as well. So we'll give that a few minutes to heat up, and once it gets to 450, we'll put our flat top in, and we'll go from there. So we've reached a temp of 450 degrees, give or take a little. So we're going to open it up, and we're going to put the flat top on. And this grill is really hot, so I highly recommend some gloves. So one thing to note is that this is not a perfect fit in here. So this actually does move around. It's pretty heavy. So I think you're probably not going to have to worry about it too much, but there is about a finger's distance right here. So it's actually, the flat top part is actually a little bit smaller than the cutout for this. But anyway, I would highly recommend a set of heavy gloves, because it's really hot. So what we're going to do now is leave it at this temp and let this heat up and get to 450 degrees, and we're going to let it go for about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. What we're really looking for is for all the oil to smoke first, and then once the smoke's done, then we know that it's set in there and it's ready to be re-wiped and then have more oil added to it. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, and let's see how we did. Okay, so you can see it's starting to get some color. Let's see if we can wipe some of that down. I don't know if that's wet or if that's not. So, oh, well, it doesn't appear to be wet. Okay, so it's not wet. So let's get some oil on our towel here, and we're gonna add more oil to it for our next run. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the same amount of oil. I'm just going to do one row. Whoops. And actually, this little bit of oil that was on this was more than enough. And we're going to make sure we get all the sides and the corners. And you can see it's starting to smoke immediately. The other thing to mention is I'm kind of pushing pretty hard on this, and this isn't moving, even though it doesn't fit perfectly in the hole for the Weber crafted stuff. It doesn't appear to be moving, so I think it's actually pretty steady in there. And I think that looks good enough. So we're going to give it another another 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and check it again. I might check it in 15 minutes to see if it's if there's any streaking, because I would like to try and have an even surface. So we're going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, it's been another 15 minutes, and I just want to check and see if there's any streaks that we need to or can clean up. And doesn't look like it, so I'm just gonna reapply here. Because I think the measure is not necessarily the amount of time, but if it stops smoking. And it stopped smoking, so we're going to let it go for another 15 minutes, and you can see it's immediately starting to smoke. So we might even do a little bit more, because I would like to see if we can get a nice even color on that. Okay, we're going to check it after our third coat of oil. So it's been on for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that's looking really good. You can still see kind of the streaks that were right there, but it's a nice dark color, and you can definitely see that it has a good cover on it. So I think that we're done. I think it's properly seasoned and ready to be used. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe, give us a like, and we'll see you on the next one when we start using this to cook smash burgers, fried rice, vegetables, everything. Thank you.